So welcome everyone to our Monday Well Set meditation, also on Facebook Live. Beaming out to the universe, just feeling the love. I'm Sudama. I'm your Magic Carpet Ride host here for the next hour. That's how I'd like to introduce it, as a little Magic Carpet Ride. Good feeling in the body, relaxed brain. Just dropping into the implicate order, into the beautifully aligned consciousness, the self-organizing consciousness of our deep being, is understood by the famous physicist David Bohm as the implicate order. The universe on the outside is a complex thing, but it's all based on this inside reality, which is even more profound. So meditation is really an opportunity to drop into that implicate order, into that deeper place where everything is created. So we bring our attention, which is our concentrated focus, to our heart. Nice deep breath. Just breathing into the heart. The heart is like our astral radio station. It's this beautiful, amazing transducer that downloads the spiritual world and integrates it into your physical body, into your emotions, into your mind. So we're just going to hang out in this astral radio place in the center of the chest, the beautiful place of grace. Just feel that. Sometimes the mind is still wandering around, thinking about the day, thinking about things you might be struggling with. Just park that for now. Just come back to center here. There's something amazing that happens when you come back into your physical body. All the blockage is released. Anytime you're taking yourself somewhere else, the body suffers slightly. So we're just bringing ourselves home, coming back to peace, back to the heart, back to that good feeling that attracts the healing. Delicious oxygen. Allowing the brain to relax. Neck and shoulders relaxing. Good feeling. Being in and of itself is deliciously satisfying. Everyone's running everywhere else trying to get it, but it's right there in that peace, in that delicious alignment with the Supreme I Am Self, with the mind quieted down, the ideation process of thinking coming to a stillness. Anytime we have a physical disease or a problem, essentially, it's like your parachute got ripped. So further back in the deep templates of your being, right? Something went awry. It's like a skid. You hit that skid and it seems like just a little skid. You swerve to avoid the squirrel. But uh-oh, now your car is almost out of control just from that skid. So we want to breathe in. We want to intercept that fear basis that kicks in with the mind, right? Where the mind comes to this place of sudden impasse. Everything's flowing and suddenly you're faced with two options. It's like yes and no at the same time. You want to change, but you want to stay the same. All these different conflicts, double binds in the mind leads you to this place of blockage. So ultimately, blockage is the cause of all disease, right? It starts as mental blockage. It actually goes back below that, right? It's deeper in the systems. Some kind of separation from the divine, separation from the deepest part of your being. And it usually starts when you're born. All kinds of parents have all sorts of ways of responding to the child, which leads the child to create all kinds of defense mechanisms and characteristics and responses that ultimately are traumatic, right? Or there to avoid trauma. So when we drop into meditation today, let's explore where you might be feeling a wall, some kind of limitation, some kind of block that's just got you, right? You can't go forward. Whatever's going on is painful, there's pressure, there's fear, there's grief, whatever. Negatively charged emotions, negatively charged experience. So let's drop inside. And even though I've been encouraging you to experience all of this freedom and lightness and beautiful expansion, which is hopefully happening, most people have limitations, right? There's going to be something in there that's like, oh, can't do that. I'm stuck. I'm in pain. So we're just going to notice this today. Step outside of it. It's sort of like the duck in the bottle, right? You're the duck. You're in the limitation of the bottle. You can't break the bottle. You can't get out through the neck. How do you get out of the bottle? All right, let's take a look. So there's your limitation. Poor ducky in the bottle. There's a wall. So what does your wall feel like? What does your bottle feel like? Not that we want to overly dwell on it, but we want to notice, what is this thing that disturbs you, bothers you, blocks you? And let's just feel that. Is it fear? Are you hiding behind it? Is it like a dike keeping the sea levels back, all this pressure on you? Then you have to respond with a different pressure. Where's the peace? Okay, so we're just noticing this wall, this block. And if you don't have it, that's awesome. All right, let's just drop into the bliss. Breathe, expand. But I would betcha, I'm from Maine, I would betcha that there's something in there that's sticky stuck, right? Everyone's got something. Everyone had a mom. Everyone has a dad. Everyone may or may not have a job. There's all kinds of limitations that want to press on you, control you, dominate you. It's like we're trying with a linear mind, trying to deal with a non-linear world. And then our emotions are fairly non-linear as well. So it's kind of a mess. So let's just like enjoy the mess. Just drop into it. Just feel whatever it is. Just the good feeling of noticing that maybe you have pain. And you say, well, it's not a good feeling, but actually you could step outside it You could experience a kind of spiritual detachment, which is ultimately a kind of enlightened expression, right? Because you're neither stuck inside or outside. Your inside is your outside is your inside. There's a flow. Your consciousness is the gateway between the linear and the non-linear. So at the same time, you're aware that you might have blocks or a wall, something holding you back. Keep being aware of it till it dissolves. Once you're aware of your limitation, usually the subconscious, unconscious mind will resolve it. It just needs to be brought to your conscious, subconscious, unconscious attention. And then you can add your intention and transform it. So this moment, let's note, what is your intention now to transform your situation? And then we just drop that into the wondrous ocean of infinite possibility, and we breathe. And the universe is like GPS. It will come and recalibrate around you. It will align with you. You created this classroom. You created these wounds that lead you to your destiny, that lead you to your purpose, that lead you to your task. It's like Mozart was trained early, got a piano when he was 4. So just notice, how has the universe conspired with you to engineer and bring about this incredible reality that you now direct? Even if you think you have issues, you are an incredible being. Right here now, just experience this. The deep satisfaction of being. Pulling the plug on the beliefs, the mind, the thinking right now. Those things hold your world together and they limit you. And so we transcend both. Transcend the mind, transcend thinking, transcend the beliefs. So just in entering into pure being, it has this pulse to it. In India, it's called spanda. It's a beautiful word, just spanda. Sounds like what it is. Like this pulsating aspect of consciousness that translates into pure desire. Before you want a thing or someone or a situation, you have spanda. It pulses. You just want something and you don't know what. We know this from walking into the supermarket. Right? You don't know what you want yet, but you want something. So just notice this part of you that wants things. This spanda, this desire, pure desire. It wants love, it wants connection, it wants beauty, harmony. Let's feel that. The implicate order itself. St. Francis says, you are that which is seeking itself. Right? You're like a flashlight that doesn't know it's a flashlight. So we self-reflect back palace of mirrors. No barking dogs allowed. This pure I am reflection of the Supreme Self in all beings, all things. No enemy image projection, no distortions of defensive personality, just direct connect to pure I am consciousness, perhaps the most profound meditation. The part of you that's watching you be you, just basking in that deep awareness. So let's go deeper. Breathing through the nose. Dropping deeper into the heart. Breathing into the heart. Relaxing brain. Relaxing your eyeballs. Relaxing your jaw. Relaxing your tongue. Relaxing. Just feel the spanda. Pure throb in your being. No labels. Shows up as your heartbeat. It breathes you in. Breathes you out. Relaxed brain. You hear the sound expand. Notice the spanda, notice the sound, and then notice it fade away as you also fade into the deep zone, to absorption. Now in your mind's eye, you're going to take a little shamanic journey today. And you're going to go down to this canoe you have on the beach. Beautiful sand beach, outrigger canoe. Beautiful day, beautiful waves, beautiful sand. You hop in the canoe and you paddle towards the little island you see in the distance. So paddling over the waves with the dolphins, azure sky, seagulls, the wind. And soon you arrive at the little island. Pull your boat up onto the shore, onto the sand. Crunch the sand, walk into the forest you see. Before you go into the forest, you download a gift. that you're going to give to the being that you meet in the forest. It could be any kind of gift. It could be a smile. It could be a jewel. An offering. Secure your gift in your hand. Make note of it. Nice deep breath. Walk through the sand, into the forest. Just keep walking into these beautiful trees, the grove that shows up as a clearing. There in the grove is the being. Who is this being that you meet in the depths of your being? So for the next 3 minutes, just going to communicate with this being in any way you would like. At a certain point, give the being your gift. Just meditating with the being. And then when you're ready, breathing in, bid adieu to the being, and exit the forest, back to your canoe. Walking at the speed of meditation. Get into your canoe and head home. Back across the waves, back to your private beach. And then just meditate on, who is this being you met? Was it you? Was it your higher self? Was it a shamanic animal? Was it a guide? Bookmark this page. You can go and talk to the being anytime. Relaxing eyeballs and jaw. Relaxing brain. Just that you're noticing. Gentle breath through the nose. Softening. Relaxing shoulders. Meditation comes like a blanket. Comes and just blankets your mind. It's very good. Let the stillness clear any illness. Man is ill because he is never still, says Paracelsus, the alchemist. In the stillness, ridiculous thoughts melt away. Negative feelings can't compete with the better feelings. Just aligning with this delicious feeling that the body is able to create of satisfaction. The mind is quiet. It creates an absorption, centripetal absorption. You're pulled into the petals of the heart. Then there's a warm glow begins to emanate from the heart. It builds up. The supreme Kundalini Shakti Ma energy, evolutionary fire principle, evolutionary driver of consciousness. Loves this place, this space. She begins to unfold. It's like a dance of the serpent fire, unfolding itself from its deep sleep, deep slumbering. Like warmth moving through these invisible rivers in your body. They're called nadis in India, in Sanskrit. It means little sounds. They make little sounds as the energy flows. Nada is a term for divine inner music. The implicate order is infinite universes on the inside. Infinite dimensions. Just feeling that warm feeling moving through your heart, moving through your chest, moving through your spine, moving through your hands and fingers and legs. That's the transmission. That's what's coming through right now. Beautiful, warm, loving energy, softening any terror, any fear. There's no problems with the future ultimately. It knows what it's doing. We might not. But the universe, conscious expression, supreme consciousness, completely self-organizing and divine, infinite potential is available. When we drop out of our limitations into the waveform, infinite potential. So whatever you want, whatever you imagine, good time to conjure it up. Because that is the future. Your imaging, your imagining is going to generate desire energy in a direction with your intention. It's going to bring about a sequence of realities. All designed for your inner schoolhouse. All designed by you, for you. The parts that didn't know the Supreme have organized themselves into a body so you can know the Supreme. The unconscious sets up the future. It's a willing horse. It's waiting for you, the rider, to tell it what to do, where you want to go. What is your longing? If you're sick, ill, feel horrible, it's most likely because you're not fulfilling your deepest longing, your deepest desire, your deepest spanda, your soul intention. Why you came here has been thwarted by your mind, by your strange beliefs, perhaps of your families or culture or yourself. It's always the mind is the problem. So that's why we meditate. To relax the mind, relax the brain, release you from the narrative, take you out of your story. It's always worse than reality. Get a better story maybe, but it's best to be story-free. Freelance. Just being deliciously pure I am consciousness. Make that the story. And then if you like other stories, that's great. But use this one to meditate with. That you are the Supreme I am consciousness in a body. There are no problems. You're totally fine, fantastic. Yes. Other aspects of your brain, mind, body might object to this and come rising up to thwart you. Okay. That's the centrifugal part. That's the part running away from you. That's your shadow self, lower self entities, subpersonalities, fears, blocks. They're there. But ultimately, all the saints suggest that the pure I am consciousness is better, stronger, more profound than anything negative, evil, unconscious, limited. Ultimately, evolution occurs because you're more unlimited than limited. So we're moving into the unlimited, releasing the limited. Always good to breathe when we do that. Breathe out the limited, breathe in the unlimited. Gentle breath through the nose. Let's do a little journey of the Sheng cycle, it's called. The Sheng cycle are your organs and glands in a sequence. Well, not so much the glands, but every organ has a glandular component. We're essentially talking about kidneys, bladder, water element, feeding the wood element of the liver, gallbladder, which then puts the logs onto the bonfire of the heart, which sets off 3 other fire organs, which then gives birth to the earth element in the spleen and the stomach, which then aligns with your lungs, large intestine, the metal element, which then comes back around and mineralizes your kidney water. So this is essentially the Chinese Sheng cycle of health. The organ pairs are elemental. They're husband and wife. They love each other. We love them. Let's just love our organs and glands for a minute. We don't do this enough. Just every once in a while, just thank them. Thanks, guys. We love you. Thank you for all your hard work, dedication. 115,000 heartbeats a day, 21,000 breaths a day. Just innumerable operations happening subconsciously, unconsciously, all due to grace. We just, oh, thank you, universe. So we'll just go through these organ pairs, and anyone with affliction, well, this could be for you, right? So we're targeting the collective kidney group here. Everybody's got them, hopefully, at least one. And so, nephrons supreme. Beautiful nephrons, beautiful kidneys, we love you. It's the water element, is the ancestors coming through. All right, water is essentially kind of wondrous information transfer in the body. It circulates throughout the body. You're 70% water, so just feeling their ancestral pool. The liquid you, circulating, elevating, feeling fantastic, moving into your liver gallbladder complex, moving into this organ that grows back in a day. You can carve the liver down. It's a fantastic expanding principle. If your business is suffering, if your life feels stuck, this is liver stuff. You need to be delivered. You need more liberation. So let's strengthen your liver by connecting it to thoracic vertebrae 5, That's where it plugs in the spine. So for everyone, get more liver juice. Gallbladder. Thoracic vertebrae 4. Kidneys, bladder, plugs in around thoracic 10, 11, just before the lumbars. Just loving your kidneys, loving your liver, loving your gallbladder. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate your hard work. It may sound silly to say this, but we love you and you love us. And I know you have a brain. All these organs have brains. So now we go to the master brain, the heart. Wow. It's like God in your chest. Just feel that. It's like a black hole, but it's a good one. It's a white hole, black hole portal. You go to infinity and back. Pick up some cappuccino along the way. All right, heart's just there for you to merge with. Very smart part of the heart. AV node, SA node. If you have arrhythmia, any issues with the electrical, or strengthening your link to your spine, to your heart, everyone could use more nerve supply to the heart. The heart is married to the small intestine. More nerve supply to the small intestine so you can assimilate reality at this difficult time. Assimilate it emotionally, spiritually, psychically, mentally, all levels, assimilation, clearing the fear. So fear is a disconnect from the self, ultimately. So you're not breathing right, or you've got some projection going on. You really think the enemy is out there. Yes, there's some bad dudes, but we don't need to project enemy image onto everything. It's the palace of mirrors, it's consciousness, it's us. It might be a more unconscious form of you, perhaps. Could be you in another life. So it's just compassion, just loving them, loving everyone. Helps override self-hatred, which is probably the ultimate disease-generating aspect of our self. Right? We don't like ourselves a certain amount of time, and then that negative charge accumulates throughout the systems, and it goes south from there. And so we breathe, loving yourself. I love you, thank you, to yourself. It's so simple and yet so difficult sometimes. I love you, thank you. I love you, thank you, to yourself. Love you, thank you, Sudama. Love you, thank you. Love you, thank you. I love you, thank you. Just the word love is so powerful. It's the phi ratio itself. Golden mean proportion. The golden mean aligner. You just feel that love, everything works. It's all made out of the stuff. So for the next 2 minutes, we're just going to bask in the love. Feeling your own love for yourself, for everyone. We don't need to distort it into ego, I'm better than you stuff. Just love. It's an egalitarian universe with different skill sets. there's the invisible organs of the heart, triple warmer, the pericardial sheath. It's always good to get a new leather jacket every once in a while. It's like your sack around your heart needs a little refresh. Let's put on a nice new protective layer. It's like an old oil filter, an old air filter. Just get rid of the old one, put in the new one. Refresh. And the triple warmer is the brain, the heart, and the mind, sorry, the gut, in alignment. So let's just check in with these three brains. Gut brain. I feel. We know the universe through our feelings. We sense things, feel things, and that's sent up to your heart and your brain. It almost depends on which one it gets to first. If it gets to your brain first, you could be in trouble. So hopefully it gets to your heart and you feel the love. You feel and then you feel love. If it goes to your brain first, you're probably experiencing fear. You bypass the heart. Why did you do that? Vagus nerve connects to the heart, to the gut, to the right brain, but the left side vagus nerve does not. So left brainers might have an issue not connecting to the heart. People had difficult childhood, parents that rejected them. It's hard to connect to the heart. It's hard to connect to the body. So whatever your childhood afflictions might have been, whatever traumas you might have had, we're going to send like a trauma deletion ray, just requesting all trauma be resolved and dissolved out of your body, 100%. Thank you, universe. As long as we're doing that, let's use an old technology from the 60s. We drop down from 10 to 0, or 10 to 1. And when we get down to 1, we're going to state your problem, what you have and how you feel about it. And then you're going to state what you want, get rid of the problem, and then the solution, the final outcome. And then we come back up to 10 from 1. And along the way, around 6 or 7, we refresh the solution. So we're going to put in a deep program into your body, into your mind, into your brain, into your heart. Exactly what you want. Your subconscious, unconscious will run that program in the same way that maybe you want to wake up at 7 in the morning, you see a giant clock face. This is cybernetics, right? We're literally programming the brain to move its energy in a certain direction. So here we go, we're going to drop down. 10. Deeper. 9. Deeper. 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 8. Deeper. 7. Deeper. 6. deeper. 4, deeper. 3, deeper. 2, deeper. 1, deeper. And then to yourself, state your issue. What do you have? What are you feeling that you don't like? Tell your brain. It's like Google. You have to type something. Let your brain know. Let God know. Let the spirits know. Let the angels know. Let your deep self know. Just take a moment. Express your issue to the universe. And then, what would you like? What would you have it do? What do you want? You want it to go? You want to feel better? Tell it what you don't like about it. But that this is what you want. You want the healing. You want the solution. You want health. You want peace of mind. You want love. You want connection. Now we go to the solution and activate it into the real moment. Your unconscious, subconscious doesn't know the difference between the past, the present, and the future. So you want to be feeling fabulous now, feeling great now, pain-free now, expanded, healthy, loved now. Thank you, universe. Now we're going to send back out and seal the program. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Refreshing. What's your solution? What do you want? Imagine yourself incredibly healthy, incredibly fine, feeling fantastic. 9.5. 9 3/4. 10. We breathe. Bookmark this page. Find the great feeling that's actually in your body, even if some inner 3-year-old is unhappy about something. Just connect to that really great feeling that you know so well. Stay with that. It smoothens out the override of the brain. You hold the good feeling longer than the thoughts. It's like a jewel will shine brighter. And now we're going to begin our ascent sort of back up and out. Nice deep breath, good feeling. Moving your neck, shoulders, arms, legs. Shift your position. Just feel the gratitude of the deep space in your attitude. Notice any pain that might still be in your body. Kind of stare it down. Observe it as sensation. And then when you notice that a sensation, it starts to feel a little better. It's not so afflicting. And then just notice that you're made of 100 trillion cells. There's lots of space between them. Just notice like you're this giant country. Trillions of citizens. Just bask in the glow. Noticing that this inside-out software is more profound than the outside in. Ultimately, that's why we do this. The outside world is just temporarily satisfying, and this is infinitely nourishing. So let's finish our Sheng cycle. We've been traveling through the body in different ways. We got up to the stomach and the spleen. I'll say, digesting reality, we've been doing that today. And then we assimilate and eliminate. Okay, eliminating feels difficult. Well, let's say, what do you need to get rid of in your life in this moment that you could just let go of? Lighten your load. Free your horses. And just let it go. Anything you don't need. Freeing yourself. It's a jungle out there. We're going to gong out the meditation here now. This time we're going to do telepathic healing. You don't need to write all this stuff out. Universe already knows your problem. You know your problems. Let's just use what we just did. This whole idea of becoming totally still to delete your problem. even while you're awake and moving around. So let's just try that. So conjure up something that's not right with you. And just add some stillness to the mix. Smoothing out that corridor. Why did you create this problem? Well, the ultimate advice, in my opinion, for any problem is to be fine with it. Declare it to be fine. It's all good. It's there for some reason. It's good for you. Even if you don't like it, it's probably good for you. What does that do? That allows you to align in a new coherency with your brain, your heart, your mind, your gut. It all comes back to balance. Because you're not stressing, you're not creating an issue, you're de-issuefying the issue. And that coming back to that place of coherency creates this beautiful wave that comes out of you. It's like an amplitude of beautifully coherent thought and emotion tied together with love. And that has an effect on everyone, has an effect on you. And then the problems kind of disappear on their own. That's the idea. You don't need to use force. You just use magic touch. Just love it a little more. See that it is good. And send it back to God. Oh. Okay, so a few other issues. I'm just going to listen in to my inner screen and just stream something. For those of you who might be requesting something telepathically, just see if we can hit on it here. So the gut, digesting difficult reality, just see it all as made out of love. Then it's not so difficult to digest. Left side of the body, people with pain on the left side, arms, legs. I'm going to bless your mother's lineage, grandma, great-grandma, great-great-grandparents, all these beings coming to peace. Sending them love, goodness, cars, money, abundance, whatever they need to come to peace. And the trickle-down effect is you feel the peace. When the ancestors are happy, your body is healthy. Health on that level is realization. So we realize something, and you don't need medicines at that point. All right? You might, but you might not. So realizing the nature of your issue allows the subconscious mind to solve it. Allows the impasse in the mind to relax and release. Then your higher self gets hold of the situation, and then the shadow can resolve. That was easy. Okay, for folks having right side of the body issues, father lines, always good to bless, especially when men can't work and there's tension with money. It's like guys don't feel good about themselves if they can't provide. So ladies, love your men up. What is that? I think it's an expression from a Leonard Cohen song. Thinking you have to have a heart like Mary when your man is down. All right? Give your man some love. And for men, loving your ladies, loving your family, loving your children, just feeling the love, the familial love, the tribal love. And we're able to experience the larger waveforms in the heart. There's a nesting. So you're not just concerned with yourself and your most immediate issue, You can sort of nest in larger waveforms, help other people, other nations, other groups. Nest a big waveform, you're transmitting a big love. And since you are the moon and you are the stars, you are the galaxy, you are this world. A billion blessings to everyone. Just feel your wholesomeness, your wholeness, your vastness, your galactic nature, and your simple, loving heart.